Sailing has arrived in old school RuneScape, and with it comes the Shellbane Gryphon, a brand new Slayer boss that requires 51 Slayer and 45 sailing to take on. So let's dive in and find out whether this new boss is actually worth fighting. Alright, sailing requirement complete, and troubled Tortugans complete. All that is left to do is the very fun task of getting Gryphons. Let me just unlock Gryphons. This is gonna be my freaking Araxite and Cerberus thing. Oh, yes, I got Gryphons. 124. I'll be doing the Shellbane Gryphon the entire time. Oh, that is so lucky. I'm so glad I just did that. And we are ready to fight. I wasn't expecting this guy to be right here at the front door already. Shoot. Gotta have your shield. You gotta have your Tortugan shield, so no cape here, so sad. Move! That corrodes you. You do not want to get hit by that. It does corrosive damage and new damage, of which you'd have to take everything off to stop the corrosive damage. Now I brought Thralls, however, I'm on the wrong spellbook, so that was dumb. Ooh, Griffin Feather, got a new item, that's good, that's good. There is a pushback mechanic that you have to be over 45 kg wearing. You need to be wearing over 45 kg. I have over 45, but I'm not wearing over 45. That's counting all the stuff in my inventory. I'm technically not over 45. I have like 30 something. I already checked. These whirlwinds, you just want to, not be on them. I think they explode, so you don't want to be standing next to them either. Pretty simple, not a ton of mechanics. There's your pushback thing. If you're wearing over 45 kg, you won't get pushed back and take that damage, but I've realized my Blood Fury can just out heal everything. I don't know if I even need to pray melee, actually. Do I? Because this shield, okay, yeah, I do. Praying melee pretty much negates all of its attacks, it seems like. It does an occasional range attack like that, right there. Here's the corrosive, you want to move that? That's probably the most annoying attack because I have to drop everything and take all my gear off. All right, so if you don't have a Blood Fury, you're probably gonna want to make sure you're way over 45. So that extra 20 and 30 damage kind of adds up. There's a steel ring that weighs a lot. You can disassemble your Slayer helm, and the mask by itself weighs more than the helm. Maybe like an actual shield will do the trick. Again, it's really not a big deal because there's a fairy ring that's very close. So getting back here isn't that problematic. CJQ. Taking all the Griffin feathers. I don't know how much they're worth or what they do, but I'm sure it's useful. These tornadoes are actually a lot easier than I realized. You can stand in the same spot and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then when they eventually go off, the bigger the tornado, the harder it's gonna hit. You have plenty of time to react. So yeah, he's weak to stab. You're gonna wanna stab him. Not range, got a lot of range defense, got a lot of magic defense. Not a lot of stab defense. A faster stab weapon is probably much better than a fang. However, I'm lazy and do not want to go buy a new weapon. It looks like you're probably gonna wanna bring high alchemy runes. So it seems to be dropping a lot of rune items if you wanna collect that gold. So yeah, this thing just keeps piling up bigger and bigger and bigger, but it hits super hard. So I've heard if you're standing there when it goes off, or even standing near it, yeah, it does tick damage on you. And if it's really big, it does like 20s, I think, or 70s. I have no idea. I'm just talking out my ass here. All right, it does 5. You can hear it. If you're listening, it does 5 whooshes. It does 5 whooshes. So he does a big wind up for that. Every couple ticks, it's doing corrosive damage. So now what I gotta do is make a bunch of room in my inventory and take off all this stuff. All right, I didn't have to take off the shield or my weapon. It looks like I had to take everything else off to stop the corrosion. That or it timed out. So yeah, the corrosive thing is kind of annoying to deal with, but the real mechanic is to just avoid it. You have so much time to react to it and move out of the way, so it's really not that big of a deal. Looks like the Griffin feathers are used to charge the Horn of Plenty, which is a new item that offers bonuses for a hunter. Now, the real reason we're killing this Shellbane Gryphon is its unique drop, the Bell's Folly. It's a new mid-tier stab weapon, basically equivalent to the pirate axe, but for stabbing instead of crush. But since we're here 5 days after release, it still should be worth a pretty decent amount. So hopefully we can get one early. It looks like the drop rate is not horrible. 1 in 440.4. Interesting. 500. And what is this? Is Jagex getting DDoSed again? Like, what's going on? After they just said they are doing better. Okay, even with this horrible, horrible lag, the tornadoes are completely avoidable. You have so much time to react. It's crazy. I'm gonna actually see if it timed out the corrosion or if I didn't need to remove everything. Okay, it went away. The corrosion went away by itself. And I didn't take that much damage, actually. It only did like 15 damage or something. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it only ticked 5 times of corrosion damage of 3, so it only does 15 damage. Really, honestly, again, it's not that big of a deal to just kind of tank it. Now, the next question is, will it hit hard if I just sit in it? And the answer is no. In one trip, I got 31 kills, 500k, not bad. They're selling for a good amount. They're selling like triple of what the RuneLite guide says. I have returned with an adjusted inventory and an adjusted weapon. Less food, more prayer, more combat. This CJQ brings you right here to the cave entrance. Pretty nice. And right inside, we're here. Very short first impression of this rapier. Absolutely melting this guy. Like, definitely want the speed. You don't need a Fang. Obviously, he doesn't have much defense. Actually, my PB with the Fang was 50, and the rapier was 51 on the first kill. Although, actually, I'm wearing the slaughter instead of my burrows gloves. So that may play a factor. And I, once again, am too lazy to be putting on the bracelet every kill. Because I will forget, and I will lose out on some sweet, sweet free bonus kills. Oh, damn, that freaking big tornado hits far away. Imagine if I was standing right next to that thing, I definitely would have died there. Damn, I didn't think the area effect on the tornado is that big. You do not want to be standing next to that thing if you let it get that big. So don't let it get that big. All right, at some point, I got a way better PB, 38 seconds. My previous was 50, so very safe to say you want speed over strength. All right, let's turn up these sound effects so we can hear this tornado. He does 5 whirlwinds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now get out of the way. I'm not sure how far the range is, but I got hit at 50 when I was like 5 steps away. So let me get further back just to make sure it's not the whole room. Oh, okay. If we let it do 5, the whole room is not safe. I'm confirming it right now. I wonder if the type of armor you're wearing has an effect on how much you get corroded. That's something to consider, I guess. Okay, that is 50 KC in so far. Overall, first impression, pretty fun boss, actually. Like some fun, new, unique mechanics, but they're not like over the top annoying. You can avoid pretty much all of the damage if you have the proper weight on you and you're praying melee. You'll get hit from the occasional range attack, but it doesn't really do it that often. You know, when it does, it misses most of the time. Like so. I was a little worried the corrosion thing was going to be irritating, but as we've already determined, very easy to avoid, 1, and 2, it only hits you for 15 if you just let it ride out. Though, during the quest, I made this connection earlier of the possibility, and now I'm confirming it. I don't know if the quest boss is different, but during the quest I was wearing range armor, and the corrosion was hitting me for 8s. If anybody knows, or can confirm, the type of armor you're wearing may be a factor in how much the corrosion hits you. Hold on, let me try something. Can I just leave and come back and it'll be back? The respawn time is kind of slow. Oh, I could have been doing that this whole time. You'll lose everything on the floor though, by the way, if you do that. All right, this is about to be so cinematic. I'm just gonna zoom in, and then all you're gonna see is the glow from the Bell's Folly dropping, and then the collection log thing right here. Huh, that's weird. Just kidding, it's gonna be even more cinematic because it's at KC number 100. Well, that is 100 Shellbane Gryphons so far. 1.64 mil in 2 trips. This second trip got me like 400k in Alex alone. I really should have brought a spec weapon. I bet claws, like burning claws, would be pretty good. Crystal halberd. Ooh, I bet that's really good. She's pretty big. I do not have the ability to wield a crystal halberd right now. I refuse to go kill 300 chompies, but I bet it's pretty good here. All right. Yeah, this shell is actually pretty cool. Like, I just like straight up look like a turtle. Oh my god. See, indistinguishable. Like 50 bucks says you can't tell which one I am. Oh, okay. Well, again, spoiler. We have ourselves a cheater, so game's over. Bet's off. Always somebody that's got to spoil it, and this is why we can't have nice things. He looks pretty cool, actually. Now that I'm looking right at him. Like, look at his face. Look at the art design on his face and everything. I like this update. A lot of good content coming at it, that's for sure. I'm really liking the art design going on in these new places of Harlemore, Tortuga Island, other places that they've made. The game's really coming together here. Beauty, beauty, absolute beauty. All right, last chance to get the Bell's Folly. 1 KC left. Can we do it? No, so sad. Wait, there's another chance. The slaughter saved us. Slayer task over. So sad. Well, there you have it. A full Slayer task of Shellbane Gryphons, 153 KC, 2.94 million. That took me like 4 hours to do in pretty decent gear and stats. This is not your go-to moneymaker. Overall, pretty good boss. I enjoyed it. Very slow, but it was fun. Well, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and subscribe. I will be testing Aqua Knights next to see just how much money I can make on those. It does, however, require 73 sailing. So until then, I will be out on the open seas, and I will see you soon.